And say a little prayer.
I say a little prayer for you. Ooh.
All right, I'm the pastor. I'll do it.
Yes, bless this channel, please.
Yes.
Bless the podcast.
Yes. We're live on YouTube.
All
right.
Okay. It's
All right.
all
So
working.
Let's see.
Say a little
What is up,
prayer for
everybody?
you.
Oh,
Sorry.
we're here. We are
We
live.
are
Oh,
back.
we're live. We're back. Look
Are-
at that.
are we
Did everybody feel that earthquake? That was crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Golly.
That was crazy. That was nuts. That was like a... Just messed up the internet and everything, man.
I think it was a media glitch.
I think it was. I see what you did there.
I
see
know,
what you
I
did
know.
there.
I think people gave up.
Oh yeah.
But we got Bazaar. How Bazaar?
There you
How
go.
Bazaar?
There
And we
you
got
go.
You
Miami
guys always have
Sunrise.
Bazaar.
Yeah.
You gotta
Guess
give us
who's
some
back?
time.
There we go. What's
Gotta give us some
going
time
on?
to get
Back
people back
again.
in here.
We're getting our bearings right now. We're good. So
So,
far, so far.
Some shit went down.
I think because they wanted the news segment to be over.
yeah.
So did I.
It crashed the whole
They said, "Witcher
podcast.
3." All right, next.
No one wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
It just went crash.
So on that note, yes,
We got
are here.
five in chat. I don't know if this is frozen or not updating, but I got
Oh,
five
that's
people
right.
in the chat.
No, you know what? I didn't update that.
Okay, because I got like some people in here.
That's all right.
I got the squad in here.
Oh, we
Sorry
got new
about that.
news too. While we're waiting for this, Remedy and Rockstar announced Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. What? That's a real thing.
That needs to happen.
That's
No,
a real
it's
thing.
going to happen.
That needs to happen.
It's a real
So it's
thing.
possible.
You know what?
It's
I can't.
happening.
Why not do a little touch-ups on 3 too? 3 was awesome.
I love 3.
You played 3, right?
Hell yeah, man.
Yes.
Dude, 3 rocks,
That
man.
was dope. Dope. ass.
One was pretty awesome. Except that helicopter fight is a pain.
Oh yeah.
No, walking on those lines.
Oh,
That was
my
a
goodness.
pain.
The song they played at the end of 3 was fire.
I love that shit.
But 3 is
I
great.
think it was at the airport or whatever the fuck. That shit was really cool. Really, really dope.
All right, so we're back though, and we're good.
We're
right?
back. I
All
forgot
We're
to
good.
set that up.
But we're
so-
good now.
But we're good. We got that.
All right.
We hear y'all after
So-
Joel fucked up everything.
Can you guys hear us?
on our show.
You know it was my fault.
So we're back with the main part of the podcast, where after getting past that media glitch,
Yeah.
we're talking with Joel. And what's the main topic part, right? It's just
Amateur hour.
amateur
That's
hour.
what we're
did
talking
all-
about.
Well, we were going to talk about like.
Oh, you guys know a lot about that.
Yeah,
We're experts in that, man.
yeah. Word.
We mastered that.
So we got some questions that we want to throw at you first, and then we got another
Master
topic
right.
we'll talk about afterwards. So
For sure.
let me get to those questions.
Not
Media
even
glitch
ready.
question.
Oh my
My
god.
amateur
Oh
self
my god. Oh
needs
my
to
god.
get to these
I'm
questions. So hold on. Let's talk about. All right. So actually tell everybody what you've been doing with your channel and how you've been doing this year before we start out with questions.
Well, it's been rough. No lie. COVID hit. We got taken off TV because a lot of people don't know Media Glitch was a television show before it was a YouTube channel. And so, I think everyone lost their jobs during that time. I feel like, but then, and then I actually there's this crazy moments in my life. Last year, I do speaking and I started like spitting out blood and stuff, man.
Jeez.
And I had some really infected tonsils. That wasn't all the time, but it was, they would get so bad. So they had to take out my 10 tonsils. They took out my uvula. I was healing from that, and I broke my back. I broke my teeth 4, 5, and 6 vertebrae. And so then I was healing from that, and that's when I got the vid. And it almost took me out. I was hospitalized, and man, it was close. It was close. Even the doctors were like, when the doctors say, "Who signs over to put the tube down your throat?" That's when I knew I was in trouble, man. And and so I just lifted up like prayers, and I think I had half the world praying for me. Wow. And God answered. I got out, but for the last 4 months, I've been tied to oxygen. And other battles, man. Other battles. If I took my hat off, you see my hair is totally white. Like, it made me gray, dude. Like, it's wild, man. That vid's no joke, man. Like, don't mess around. Because if it hits you wrong, it's going to hit you wrong. So, anyway, hope you don't get demonetized. I'm trying to say the vid, so if they don't know. But then about how much do you want me to tell? Do you have another question that?
I mean, we got questions, but yeah,
go for it, dude.
But
during
during that time. During that time, we'd stream once in a while, not too much. You know, it's been Raji, Cag, John, and myself. You know, but there were some days I just didn't have the energy. You know, and we started streaming because of the vid, because we knew people were alone. We knew people were wanted, you know, and needed entertainment and stuff. And we did it faithfully for those 2 years until I got it. And then that's when we had to stop for a minute, but we're back up and running and stuff. And a lot of what you see now on the channel is parts from our streams, topics, kind of like what you guys do. You know, I was like, oh, look at, man, I'll take something from Amateur Hour
And make it look good, right?
It's like we take that idea and clean it up a little bit.
That's a good idea. Let's
Take Amateur Hour, make it professional.
Give me that. Yeah,
Ain't no one gonna see them.
Let's execute it properly.
Yo, they're really killing us.
Oh man, so and we start doing topics, and then I would cut them up and put them on YouTube. But there are going to be more episodes, and I know this is one of your questions, but
tell us about this show you got going on.
Yeah, so about a month ago, my old stage manager, you know, said, "Hey man, let's get together." So I have him over to the house. The first person I had at the house in like months, because I'm tied to this oxygen. And he said, "Hey man, we worked out another deal with Comcast. We're going back on TV."
What?
And so awesome. So Media Glitch would be back on TV. And it was always a live show.
Right.
So live on TV, which means, I have an episode, you can go and look it up, where I lost it on live TV.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my best moment, but like I was playing Sexy Soul too. So a lot of those people that people love, like Linktino, if you don't know, that's the Link, the Latino version of Link that I do, you know, and I'm like, oye, vato, ¿por qué estás haciendo eso? You know, and I'm like, but I'm dressed as Link, you know, and then we'll have Sexy Souls coming back, and but what's cool about this run is if you've watched Media Glitch from the beginning, from the time at birth, it was me and this girl. She was Miss Santa Fe. She's Miss Santa Fe. She was an actress. I filmed some things like videos with her, and I said, man, she'd make a great host. And that's when Media Glitch started, right? It was actually called IQ Review. And her and another guy named Brian, and then they moved on, and then I got Ashley and Dominic, and they moved on, and then we got another Ashley and Megan, and they moved on. Well, this new rebirth is going to bring back a bunch of them.
Dope.
All the oldies. So that'll be fun for people who have been with us for a long time.
That's awesome.
They're going to see faces that they hadn't seen in years. Yeah. Hosts that are coming back. And we're really excited about it. I just have to get a little bit better, you know, because right now I'm off oxygen, but I can only walk about 8 minutes before I just collapse over. You know, I don't know what would happen if I went over, but my oxygen starts to drop. So, but I am getting better, and as soon as that happens, everything's coming back, and it's going to be pretty awesome. In fact, they're already shooting episodes right now without me.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
Yep, like retro reviews and stuff. So there's going to be a ton of content coming to the channel. And then, of course, nothing's going to, like, you know, Media Glitch, Reggie, Cag, and John, they're still family. They're still Media Glitch. That's the stream team. That's the Media Glitch stream team right there. Good. And those will continue on Saturday. So there's a lot of stuff happening coming up, you know. As far as Media Glitch stuff, we're trying to work out. I did a TV show before the vid hit me. That'll either appear on Netflix or Amazon, or I'm not sure which one. If I can get these producers to agree. Producers are crazy, man. Be fighting and stuff, and so hopefully that'll get worked out soon, and you'll see something something bigger that I've done. You know, because I'm a film director as well.
I'll be the first to click on there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
the like button.
Yeah, me too. I want to see it. You know, and I directed that thing. So a lot of cool stuff coming up, man. And you know, like tomorrow, I'm back on set for the first time, and it's gonna be great. And you know, it's been a long, crazy time of recovery. So I know that's a long answer, but it's
perfect answer.
That's
I'm
a lot
glad
of good
to
stuff
hear,
coming to me.
Listen, I'm glad to hear everything's working out because it was crazy for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm
You
happy. I'm very happy to hear that you're doing better, man.
you like to hear some positivity at the end of all that, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You don't like
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you know, I'm. It's a slow. Like the vid is like 2 step forward, 1 step back, kind of. You know, healing. You know, but it's better than what do you call it? Oh, death. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say, death. I think
Every day above ground is a good one.
Yeah, man, that's true. He's like, death. Not being here. Yeah, you wake up in the morning. Oh, I'm alive. All right, good. This is good. This is a good day.
It's a good stuff.
Because I got 4 kids, man.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful, hot wife, and I'd hate to leave all that behind. So
Yeah, I hear you, man. We're glad you're here, man.
Yes,
Definitely, man.
indeed. And we're the first to have you on the show.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. It's an honor
the
and a privilege.
the world premiere of After Vid
Right.
Joel.
The second part of the show.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got a two-part show.
Well, the
After
show-
vid amateur hour.
well, the show caught the vid, so that's why we had the second part.
The stream caught the vid.
Yeah.
One show isn't good enough. We have to have a whole segment,
Yeah,
a new
man.
show.
Word.
It helps the algorithm.
Yeah, that does. It
Does
does.
it really? I don't fucking know at this point.
Oh man.
It does. It counts as 2 videos now.
Heavy metals in the chat.
What up, Heavy?
And shout out to the chat for coming back.
Thank you, chat. We appreciate
We
y'all.
appreciate that.
Shout out to Corvette Jackson.
Corvette Jackson back again. What up, Corvette Jackson?
Yeah, man.
going
What's
on?
Bazaar is
going on?
back in there. Harish,
Huzzah.
Cello, Miami
Miami
Sunrise. Oh, we did the same time.
Yeah, Harris Banks.
Hey.
That was
Pop
nice. That
their,
was some Jodeci stuff you guys were doing there. Miami Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Sounded real
There he
smooth,
goes.
man.
That was lucky. They don't do that. They're not
No,
that
we rehearse this shit all the time, man.
Exactly.
When you're not
smooth.
around,
I don't know what y'all doing. I'm not
yo,
here.
because
That's fine.
you wouldn't be in sync like me and Chalk, man.
And your
Yeah,
boy
we're like
right here,
Jodeci,
Roll
son.
Bizarre.
Yeah, word. How bizarre? How
There
bizarre?
we go.
See?
So you did it again.
On to the
Hey.
next question. So, I recently saw your "When It's Good to Sell Your Collection" video.
Yeah.
You posted a couple of days ago. That was a very interesting conversation.
I didn't get a chance to watch it, man.
So you and your whole crew there are all collectors, and it made me think of why I don't really collect like that.
You're kind of a collector
I've had so
because you
I-
don't really play much, so you're kind of a.
Wow.
Damn.
You saw what I did there? You saw I
was
got
like-
him. I got
He
him.
fell for it too.
He fell for it. He jumped right in there.
Why do I have a mic? Why do I talk at all?
Yo, don't look at me. Y'all roasted me for like the first hour of the show.
He's like, oh.
So it made me think of why I don't collect because I played many games, a lot more than the average person, and I went through a phase where I traded a lot of games and I sold a lot of games. I mean, it's dumb decisions if you think back at it, but I'm aware of what I owned. But there was always, for me, it was always, if I really wanted to try these games again, I can emulate them. It wasn't a big deal.
Right.
Obviously, it's not the perfect 1-to-1. Nowadays, it is almost 1-to-1. So it's always been a thing. Like, okay, this is one of the games I enjoy playing. I can get that memory back by trying it out on here. And I don't have to have the game physically anymore. And that's why I don't have my 8-bit collection, my 16-bit collection, 32-bit, 128-bit, however far you want to go. But up until like PS3, I would say, all those games are gone. So I only have like maybe 2 games per system beforehand. But, it had me thinking, because I was an avid collector of like comic books and like just buying things to the point of, why am I buying these things?
Right.
Because, I used to read every comic I got, and then I got to a point where it was, but that's glossy. That's a shiny cover.
It's nice and shiny.
That's a glow in the dark one. Let me get that one. And I wouldn't even.
Hologram cover.
when
Yeah.
you have it just to have it.
Yeah, that's when I got to the point. I was
that's-
like, I should stop because this was like $10 for this one, and I already have this edition, and I already read this one, and I got this and this and this.
Right.
So I was just stacking them just for the collector's part. So what got me to stop that was because it was nonsense. So I was like, all right. Then I stopped buying them all together. And then I just got into the movies, and you know how that is with comics.
And
now
then,
it's all movies.
And then Elden Ring happened.
Yeah.
And then, no, we'll talk about that later. That's another question. But, you know, that horde aspect of collecting was taking over, so I kind of stopped it beforehand. Because even now, even with anime and stuff, I was buying tons and tons and tons. And I was like, I didn't even watch this one yet. I didn't even watch this. This series is okay, but I got to get the rest of it. And I was like, okay, that collector's like thing is happening again. So, and then later down the road, I was like, how much is this actually worth? Because I spent a couple of grand on this.
Right.
And then I'm like, it's only worth like, I could probably sell this for like $300. And I was like, wow, I cannot make money off this whole thing that I spent so much money on. And now something I spent $200 on is $34 as a collection. Like the whole TV set, like it's changed how it works now.
Yep.
Yes.
So I was like, damn, that's a lot. And, you know, seeing everybody with collections behind, we have a wall of games now, but it's not like a wall, like a big wall of games. If we all combined all of our stuff,
We
get
have
a pretty
decent
sizable
collection.
But between
Combined
five
with
people,
everybody, I mean, our what is
we have games everywhere scattered around the
We
house.
have
systems everywhere.
like-
but as far as meat,
right.
I got like half a wall, like half a section or something.
Right.
As far as games that I own, and then I looked at it, I was like, I got like 400 digital games though, so I didn't even count those.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lot of the collection that I have also.
Same.
Whether that be like a $5 game, a $2 game, free game, whatever. But split from just the PlayStation Plus games and stuff like that, I had like 400 something games on it. And you know, considering collectors these days, 400 games is nothing. That's nothing. It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Amateur indeed. But but you know, I heard on your video you were talking about your PlayStation 2 collection. So you can elaborate on what you were saying in that video to the guys here.
Well, you know, I honestly, I'll pick stuff up. Usually it's a Yeez game or something that I want to play. But I think it was 2018. Sorry, if you look on my channel, I made a video said I wasn't going to buy any games in 2018. And I did a whole year and I did not buy one new game.
Really?
Wow. And I did it for the channel. And the reason why was I had fallen into this collector's hype, this mindset of like, kind of like Freak of the Week. You, as soon as the game comes out, everyone's playing it. You see them streaming it. Oh my gosh, I got to get it. Like you're missing out on something, right?
Yeah.
And it was so bad. And I was like, man, every week I'm buying games and I ain't finishing them. Heck, some of these I ain't even playing. And I was just like, man, I just need to do this because my backlog was so big. I said, in 2018, all I'm going to do is stream and play old games. If you don't like it, go find another channel to follow. Right? And it honestly, it broke something off of me, you know? And that's when I realized, man, I don't have these video games. These video games have me. You know what I'm saying? And I had to make a change. And from that point on, I only buy the games that I want to play, right? I mean, I already had a collection, but I haven't bought a new PS2 game in ages, right? And then it went up another level of like when we streamed Resident Evil, the Outbreak files from my computer in 4K, and it looked 1,000 times better than anything I'm going to put in my PS2. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why do I have these things here? And have, go dig out the PS2 and get the cables and put it on. When I could emulate it and it would look amazing. It looks amazing. And I just started thinking about things, and then I'm just like, man, I actually started selling my collection last year. The first thing I sold was all my handheld stuff. So I like what you see here is nothing compared to what I had. Okay. This is just a backdrop. You know what I'm saying? And so my 3DSs, my DSs, my PSP collection, which was ginormous.
Oh my
God. I sold it. And boy, did I make a lot of money. Whoa.
Yeah.
And now the prices are so crazy. I'll be stupid not to sell it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I have my PSP collection too, man.
And so
Get at
so basically what I've narrowed it down to, and honestly, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Every person has something different, right? And they're gonna approach this differently. I have no attachment to the PS2 at all, right? Nothing. During that time, I was just changing my lifestyle. I was getting out of drugs. I was just doing different things with my life. There was a time, 6 years, I never even picked up a game controller.
Wow.
And that was the PS2 era, pretty much, you know. And so I'm like, I'm gonna sell those first, you know. Like I sold the handheld stuff first because I just don't play handheld.
Yeah.
Because if I leave the house, I'm a film director, I'm a pastor, I'm a million other things. I don't have no time, you know. That's why I don't get down on the Switch either, because I'm just like, you know, it's another handheld to me.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. And the games are garbage, and I'd rather play.
I object to that.
My heart
Not
hurts.
all the games are garbage. Not all the games are garbage, but it blows my mind if you have a PS5 or even a PS4 and you're playing and you decide to play World War Z on a Switch. That's the stuff that it just, you know.
My heart hurt.
Well,
right there.
I get you there.
Depends on the games. If
certain games, run better.
But
Obviously,
you know, of course, Zelda's, Mario's, all the stuff Nintendo does great. I'm just being a punk. I'm just like, I'm being hard, you know. I mean, they got Bayonetta 2. Nothing else has Bayonetta 2. So, you know, you got to have a Switch for
That's
a
in my
reason.
backlog also.
Also depends on where you're located too. Like here in New York, it's like, you know, you commute. You know, you're on a train.
Right. If you're on a train, for sure.
It's awesome.
Certain
For
games.
sure.
Like if you get
100%.
rage,
Yeah.
like a beat 'em up,
Yeah.
you pick up.
But
the
even
screen
then,
everywhere.
I'm writing a script.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Or when I'm traveling, I'm, you know,
Gotcha.
80 emails or something. And that's what I'm saying. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Yeah. True.
And what I want to do is break down my whole collection, probably sell most of it. I'm not even kidding you. Like I was talking to my wife. I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to sell all this, the PlayStation 1, everything, you know. I did that back when I moved from Mexico to here.
Mm.
I sold about 800 DVDs, you know,
Okay.
that I had. And I'm like, I'm just going to keep this 300. And then when I came over here, I sold those 300, you know? So like, and then I started Blu-ray. Like I've been collecting my whole life, but I feel like I just, I may be over it now.
Gotcha.
And like I have kids now and I'm like, you know, I could sell some of these and take them to Disney and they could have a memory forever.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
When you say it like that, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer right there.
You know, or pay for something that's going to help them, singing lessons, guitar lessons, something like that, you know, rather than just sitting on a shelf. Because honestly, I'm not going to play that because I can emulate it and it's going to 4K and it's going to look amazing.
Exactly.
Like what's the argument there, you know?
Yeah.
But there are things that are insanely sentimental to me,
Of course.
like the E series, like Revenge of Shinobi. So I do a Road to Recovery series. I haven't done the Road to Recovery series in a while. I'm cooking up an episode right now.
Really?
With Joan, who was my first host. The reason why Joan left Media Glitch is because she had to go to rehab. And she's been clean for 3 years now.
Good for her.
Which is amazing.
Awesome.
So I'm bringing her on this show. She's going to tell a story. That's going to be the next Road to Recovery. It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
Dope.
But I have a list of games that I had as a child that I lost because I sold them for drugs. And so the Road to Recovery is, I talk about my recovery, but I also want to recover those games. So those games I'm going to keep.
Yes.
And then the rest of the stuff, I think I'm just going to sell it, you know? And it's going to be a long process because I'm not fully healed yet, you know? But I've already sold. You'd be surprised how much stuff I've sold already. It's crazy. So anyway, that's a very long answer, huh? Jeez.
No, you know,
I want to hear that shit.
I was gonna say, it's funny that you bring up selling your collection. We have it's so funny how the universe works. How it's like what is it? The three.
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was looking at.
3 degrees.
6.
No, I know.
What is it? You passed us the challenge of getting the top 10 games of all time that we all had to agree on, and then we passed it on to Retro Wolf, who also recently just sold his
GameCube collection.
Oh, did he?
and NES games too.
All that shit. He
Yeah,
sold it all.
to start a business.
Well, the price
So
of
it
those
was like,
games is worth a lot right now.
And he has an insane collection. He has a complete GameCube collection
Yeah.
with all the everything, like all the hard to find
He's
stuff.
a good dude. I like what Retro
Super
Wolf.
awesome dude.
Good dude.
But it's just so funny how like you were just explaining like you have to get rid of certain things in your collection. Like, it's changing, and he also recently just did the same thing, and he got a boost in his channel because
Dude,
of it
I'm about to sell the Saturn collection for a car. My shit is dead in the driveway,
Dude,
man.
I
I
got-
gotta get this
Right.
shit on the. Yo, listen.
I'm thinking to myself too. I'm like, yo, I
Yeah, you
got
can emulate the set.
I have a bunch of stuff.
Except for Shining Force 3, I'm not touching the physical.
Right.
No one is touching the physical. I will gut you if you touch
No,
the
there's
physical.
certain games.
You can't
there's-
even play the physical.
Shut the fuck up.
There's
I have a
certain
Saturn
games.
somewhere.
There's certain games that yes, like you said, there's
They hold a
sentimental value.
they hold
sentimental
a
value.
certain part in
well,
your heart.
You just can't sell it.
There's
can't
your
do it.
actual like real top 10.
Yeah.
to be honest, I could never part with it unless you say, "Yo, I got a mill." I'd be like, "All right, fuck it, man." I'll start crying. Like, I'll take the mill. I'll take the mill.
This is why I sold anything that I had lately. Like when I had
Elden Ring.
it's digital. You can't sell that.
No, because the Elden Ring, you sold everything.
Yeah,
Because you don't need
listen.
another.
Listen. So I had Earthbound, right? And people were like, "Oh, you sold Earthbound. Why'd you sell Earthbound?" Blah blah blah. It's worth like $400 when I sold it.
You
And
didn't know?
I was like, all right, I can get that money and use it for something, or
Right.
it's about memories when you're selling something. Like, do I need this to keep that memory?
Absolutely.
And I was
No.
like, for Earthbound, I can emulate Earthbound. I can play it. And
It doesn't
I can
hit
get
that
my-
hard
I
for
can get my
you.
memory
Right.
back of the game.
It
because
doesn't hit that hard for you.
It all comes
Yeah.
down to, is this feasible, and can I feel this when I want to
Yeah.
play it? Like, do I have the ability to play this when I feel the need to play it? And I was like, I don't need this cartridge to do that.
Yeah.
So here, take this thing.
Yeah.
I don't care. You got a set of
makes
completed
sense.
thing, whatever. You want this, take it. Because it's not going to hurt me. And if I ever want to play Earthbound again, I can play it on my phone. I can play it on my TV. I can play it on my computer. I can play this anytime I want. I don't need this thing. So that's what it comes down to. If I couldn't do it again and I needed that thing to play it, yeah, definitely I'm keeping something, because that's sentimental value. You can't get that feeling again.
I have
Also,
go ahead.
Sorry, I think there's like there's collectors out there that collect, but maybe they need to be paying their bills. And I'm not trying to knock anyone. I'm not trying to be, and playing games are fun. But one thing I noticed, I used to garage sale. If you watch some of my pickup videos,
Yep.
I got insane stacks
For nothing.
of Xbox 360s, all that stuff. I sold a ton of that stuff, paid off all my credit cards, and got out of debt. And I don't care how fun the game is. You know what's fun? Being out of debt.
Yes. Seriously.
And I
know
just
about
think that
Same.
people hold these things in too high a regard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Especially
I
if
mean?
you're in that situation.
Yep.
Jeez.
Like I made a video the other day about my boy Jimmy, who had a huge collection, and then a fire came, and there's nothing he could
Oh
have
my
done,
God.
I worry about that sometimes.
and he lost it all.
I worry
You know what I mean? Or what if you get robbed?
Yeah.
That's happened.
You know
And
what
it's
I'm saying?
all physical stuff that you realize you don't need. And
That's happened to
me. It sucks. That sucks.
Have you?
You know what sucks worse is when you're like, damn, I could have got $200,000 for all that.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
That's a
It's
problem.
You know what I mean? And even insurance is only going to cover so much.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, they don't know the.
They could be like, I see a lot of games here. Why didn't you sell them, you dummy?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they don't know the value.
You dumb bastard.
They're gonna go with the original cost. They're like, oh.
Well, it's also a different
Yeah.
time for collectors also, because
The
not-
internet.
you can't go to garage sales everywhere now like you used to. And
Mhm.
some people have collections that are actually worth stuff, and for people that they broke up with, or they don't have, like they lost, or they don't care about the collection like they did. And they're
Chicks
like,
be stealing mad shit.
take
from
this.
fucking people.
I'm selling all of this for $10. I'm like, what? Do
Oh,
you
dude.
understand? And they don't know.
I got a
Well, there's
huge
a
score
YouTube-
this summer from an ex-girlfriend. It was great.
They're like, I'm gonna get rid of all this.
There's a YouTube channel, somebody that's actually local to us, that he goes on garage sales locally where we live,
Yeah.
and he basically shows that like people are hip to
Yeah,
Like
no,
the
it's few and
internet.
far between. There.
Like
You
he's
can't
like,
find
hey, do you
stuff
have
there
any
no
video
more.
games? And then they literally go up on like eBay and they look at the prices and shit. Like
Oh yeah.
right then and there in his face.
Or
It's like,
somebody
Yeah.
would have gotten the whole box early in the morning.
Right.
Like there's no way you saw it at all.
But I
But
wanted
it's
to,
different.
I
That's
wanted to
my
ask
point
though. Oh,
before you do it.
Oh, so good.
So the point was like it's different for buying stuff like that. So if you do have the chance, considering how expensive games are nowadays, if you do have the chance to sell, that's a different way of buying a collection rather than going to those deals like to a flea market or anything. You're not gonna find that stuff there. So when people are looking to buy this stuff, they might see ads now from people selling just because it's worth a lot now.
Yeah.
And you're
Right.
obviously hip to how much it costs, so you're gonna sell it for a substantial amount of money
The internet.
rather than $25 for a box.
Yeah. Man.
So it's different for collectors nowadays. You're not going to find your hidden gem in a box of 25 unless it's still out there, but it's not like it was back in the day.
No, not at all.
When I go out, I got this crazy like Midas touch or luck from God. I just find all kinds of crazy stuff. It's insane.
That's cool.
I know he had a question, but he took off, huh?
No,
you had
I had the question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm curious to know, how did you're a collector, obviously you call yourself a collector, but how did that
Manifest.
Yeah, how did that? Because me
Start.
personally, for me, I remember my dad used to collect Mad magazines. If you guys remember Mad magazines,
Still around.
Yeah.
I
No.
collected Mad magazines for a long time.
oh, my dad used to collect it, and he gave me his collection, and I started collecting it. Like I stopped collecting it because they stopped. they did it
It's still around.
quarterly. Then no, it's not still around.
Mad Magazine's still around.
Is it?
Yes.
No,
It's
Really?
not around, dude.
I saw last week they just had them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, probably
I
not
think-
the
I
same way
haven't
it is.
seen that in freaking.
I feel like their last issue was last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. It's anyway. I
Right.
I continued that collection.
TV show was funny.
Oh yeah, Mad TV. Yeah, I remember that. No, but I continued that collection because it was like handed down to me. And I still have it to this day. I still have like the first like magazines that my dad collected.
Hmm.
And,
But that's sentimental value. You're not going to get rid of it.
No, definitely. So I'm not getting rid of that.
Yeah.
But like, did you have anything like that? That's my question to you. Did you have anything like that, like handed over? That
Yes.
started you?
Well, not handed over, but I have very little memories of my father as I was young.
Okay.
But he was a collector
Ah.
of weird stuff too. Now he collected. He did collect comics, and he collected. But he collected like Egyptian stuff, shrunken heads. Dude, I'm not even kidding.
That would freak me out.
It's really weird.
That's
Some of the
awesome.
stuff he collected. So he would go to the flea market, and he was a kind of a reseller.
Gotcha.
So he would go look for comics and he would sell them. And so that's how I started to like get into it. And I had boxes and boxes of comics, and I was like, like you too, like where I would like, oh, here's X-Men. Oh, there's 5 different covers of this. Okay, I need them all.
Yeah.
1991.
When Jim Lee took over. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And so I started doing that stuff. And then I got in trouble with the law. I had to sell all my comics. And then I moved on to like I was collecting anime and like
Same thing.
Evangelion and the VHS and all that
Yep.
stuff.
30
Yep.
bucks, 30, 40 bucks.
Hell
for
yeah.
2
Dude, they were
episodes.
Yep.
so much at Suncoast. And then
Suncoast.
Suncoast. Yep.
Suncoast.
and
Japanese
I was
edition.
right.
Not
And
even
then I
English.
started
Yeah.
collecting those. What's funny is I never collected games. I'd get the Nintendo and I'd be like, who wants this box, and throw it away. It's like, who gives a crap, And I would have games, but I would have to sell them sometimes. And I did get a pretty good stack of Genesis games. But then, addiction took over. And then I was selling my anime for drugs, and I was selling my all that stuff for that stuff, and it wasn't good time in my life. And then eventually I had nothing. All I had was my clothes. That's it. That's the only thing I owned. And then that's when I gave my life to God and changed everything. And I didn't play a game literally for about 6 years. And you know what brought me back? Funny. Someone kept telling me about this God of War game.
I knew it was a setup too. I'm like, wait.
God of War 2 on the PS2. It was, and the PS3 was already out at this point.
Oh, so you got it.
But I would live in Mexico, so we're behind a little bit.
I gotcha.
And like, dude, this God of War is amazing. So I said, well, let me borrow your PS2. And I borrowed this dude's PS2, and I played God of War 2, and I was like, what has happened to video games? Like, this is amazing.
Video games
and I
changed.
and I started to just play, but I didn't buy a system or nothing.
Gotcha.
And then me and my wife moved back. We moved to America, and she was at a garage sale, and she said, "Hey, I found this video game cartridge. It's gold. Do you want it?" And I said, "Oh, that's Zelda, isn't it?" She said, "Yeah, it says Zelda." I said, "Honey, don't buy it." I said, "If you buy it, you're just gonna open up a can of worms." And she came home and she hands it to me. I said, "I told you not to buy it." And now this is what happened.
That's it.
So now all of that is gold.
It's
and
funny
so, but it's like,
itself.
yeah, and and I had my kids in here, and I said, I'm selling everything. They're like, why are you gonna sell it, Dad? And I said, listen, don't ever collect. That's stupid.
Oh, they're gonna be collectors, man. Just guarantee that.
Well, I'm hoping that, like what we talked about, how it gets transferred,
It will.
from dad to son and stuff. I don't want that to happen.
Dude.
I actually don't.
Yeah.
I don't want them to collect. I think
4 kids, you're gonna have one of them that's gonna do it. Yeah,
dude. One kid is such a gamer already. I got it. You know what I mean? Like, you think I'm like, he's almost done with Elden Ring, and he's 9, dude. I'm like,
oh wow.
Dude,
He's got time. He's got time.
There's gonna be mathematically, man. There's gonna be one. Even though you don't want it, but hey, maybe he'll take it to another level, man. You never know.
Well, and that's the thing, like, he's actually sat down and done some game design on a computer.
Oh wow.
There you go.
And man. So, like, if that's the case, yes,
that's awesome.
So, but anyway.
Nah, that's cool. That's awesome, man. I'm fascinated to know, like, where the collector's spirit comes from,
I don't know where my collection stuff came from, because my parents didn't collect stuff. I mean, maybe
it
junk,
could be
rubbish.
It could be a cousin. It could be an uncle, a cousin, an aunt, somebody.
Furniture. I don't know what they collect.
And it doesn't even have to be video games. It could be anything.
My dad collected a lot of records.
See, there you go.
And then I started collecting Marvel cards, and then I'm not really a video game collector.
Actually, that's when we first met.
Oh my gosh!
When I had
the Marvel cards,
the premium.
First time I met
the masterpiece set.
I had them.
Yes,
in first grade when I first met Big Chalk. It was Marvel. You brought your Marvel cards to school.
I can't believe you remember this.
I remember that because I never
remember
that shit.
If you turned them around, there was a big poster.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, those were the Spider-Man cards.
Yep.
And then actually, it was a Marvel Series 3. That was they had the 9 segment pictures, and then they did that with the Spider-Man series too.
Yep.
Like crazy.
It's funny, we remember those things. You asked me what I did last Tuesday. I have no fucking idea.
Exactly.
I don't know what the fuck I did last
Because it
Tuesday.
doesn't matter.
Well,
it's like I said, I can remember everything until I fried the brain cells. Like,
well, I'll tell you this though: if you had a whole set of Marvel Masterpiece cards, you get a pretty penny for that.
Yeah.
You know what set of cards I have that I kept. This just goes to prove
truly outrageous.
How nonsense my collecting goes.
Dear.
garbage
Let me
collector.
tell you. So I have a complete set of Wildcats by Jim Lee.
All right.
Those
Oh
cards.
yeah,
I'm going.
yeah. I
Worth
remember
absolute
those.
like $2. $2.
I think I have a complete collection of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie cards.
That's probably worth nothing. You do.
It's definitely not worth anything.
I just went back into my set just to find out what cards I had. I had baseball cards. What sucks?
Yeah, we used
as a kid?
to have baseball cards.
As a kid, I took every card that was worth something, and I don't know what happened to them.
Probably
all the cards that were worth nothing.
Spilled iced tea on that shit.
Yes, you. But
That was a Nintendo Power.
Yeah, the Link one.
All right.
But and it stinks. It stunk so bad.
Yes, it
but it's another note. I found a Shaquille O'Neal rookie card. Right. I said, "Oh snap! Damn. I got a real card that might be worth something."
Damn.
I looked online. $4.
Damn.
It's like $4, dude. This is Shaquille O'Neal. Come on.
What was that? What was that sports? It was it Skybox? Is that the name of those basketball cards?
I think so, yeah.
Was it Skybox?
It was Tops, right? No?
It was either Tops or Skybox, but they were like longer than normal cards, so they were like they were like about this big.
Tops was normal cards.
Tops was normal.
Are those worth anything? Because everyone had them at one point.
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what I need to look up to see what's worth something? Remember those sports statues, those little figures? I forgot what they were called though. Starting lineup or something.
Way back.
I forget what they were, but everyone had.
They were
those
like
things.
the precursor to Funko Pop.
Yo,
yes.
Starting
But
lineup,
they
I remember
didn't
those.
even really look like anybody.
No,
Well, they didn't have the right. That was before McFarlane.
it's the early version, the early days, man.
Like it looked like nobody.
Those are before the
Yeah.
Spawn toys because they didn't.
I
know
collected
anything.
all those Spawn toys, those movie maniacs.
Yep.
Dude, I have.
They still make. I mean, Todd still makes his line.
I have
Everyone caught up to how he does it though. He used to be so far ahead of the game.
I have an unopened manga Spawn
That was a dope one.
thing. Oh my god!
That was a dope one.
And thank God I still have it, man. Because I thought my mom threw it out,
I'm
and I
sure
actually
it's
found
worth
it in my
something.
house. I was like,
I have a Hot Wheels Spawn mobile signed by the real guy. Who was the guy who turned into who was Chapel or something? No, the guy who Spawn's real name was I forget.
Al
Al
Simmons.
Simmons.
Al Simmons.
Al
He was
Simmons,
a race
yeah.
car driver. The
Yes.
real guy.
Wow.
Yes.
And he signed the car for me. I
Oh,
don't
for
know.
real?
That's
Yeah.
fire.
That's what I got from
Al
him.
Simmons sounds like a bench NBA player.
Damn.
It does. Word. Sound like
But how is there? What do you mean the real Al Simmons?
He
You
was
talking
a
about
real
like
person.
Keith David?
No.
He
Al
was
Simmons.
based off of a real
Oh,
person. Yeah.
like if he's based off of somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was based off.
Gotcha.
It was one of
Okay.
it was one of his friends. He was a race car driver.
Right.
He had the Spawn
Okay.
mobile. And it was based off the car that he drove in the races. It was
I-
stupid.
I
But it was
remember-
really him.
Todd McFarlane in what is it, the Javits Center car show,
Mm.
and he had the Spawn mobile. This is when like the height of Spawn.
Yeah.
And
Right, like
I
94.
remember my dad. I was like, Dad, I want to, meet, and
No, hell no.
dude, that line,
line is stupid.
That line was ridiculous. It was like a 3 or 4 hour line. My dad's like, hell no, we're not.
I
waiting on
saw
this."
the guy. I saw the man.
I saw,
walking.
yeah, I saw him.
That's it.
I saw him. It was like in a big crowd, and I was like,
Yep.
and I went. There was like a balcony or whatever. I looked down, and that's how I saw him. But I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's him.
That's why YouTube is cool. You can see the interviews. You don't have to
I've-
wait online.
Yeah,
You find out
yeah,
about
Yeah,
what
see,
they
none
do.
of that.
Yeah.
Being press, I've met a lot of my comic heroes, but Todd McFarlane, I guess Albuquerque's just too small of a place for him to come. I've never been able to meet him. You know?
Yeah. I always wanted to meet Rimuku Takahashi from Japan, but she doesn't come over here. If any of them from Japan comes over, it's in California, and I'm like,
Yeah, for
they
sure.
don't come to New York.
It's
ever.
too far for us, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a short flight.
I saw a
But
picture with you and Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah, I've been on stage with Kevin Smith.
How is he?
Um,
man? He's
Oh,
wild.
dude, Kevin's amazing. He's so down to earth, man. And at that time I was Beautiful Prison had come out on DVD, and he had me on stage and he bumped Beautiful Prison. So
That's
Oh,
the movie you did, right?
yeah, that's the movie I
That's
did.
awesome.
I gotta
And
check out
so-
these movies. You gotta give us a list of these movies, man.
And
Yeah, man.
and so that was pretty cool. And then yeah, Kevin's awesome, dude.
And through 6 Degrees of Separation, he was in a debate with Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Some event that I
Hey,
went to.
there you go.
And I wanted to play his what is it? Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl, which is a 2-player beat 'em up in the
Yeah.
8-bit style.
And he's
Yeah.
in.
We got to play that on our channel.
Well, he's
I
in
was thinking
retro.
about that the
They're
other
in
day.
Retromania with the 6 Degrees.
Yes,
of,
yes,
of
they're-
separation.
What's
Holy
that
crap.
future guest?
So
What?
there might be, and he's from Jersey, which is not that far from.
So I guess we met Kevin Smith.
Wow.
There's our link right there, man. See, it's we're not that far off. We're right there.
Damn.
We're right there.
Oh man.
But I look at like collecting. Collecting's kind of weird for me because I have an addictive personality.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I got to a point where I was like, this is an addiction now. And like I said, if you can't get rid of your games, you don't have them, they have you. And so that's when I made that turning point, man. And I think you just got to be careful, right?
Yeah.
Because it was in those 6 years that I stopped playing games where I developed my my film career and all this other stuff, which I might not have done,
Yeah, it gave you time to put
that's
that
true.
in perspective.
And I think some people need to, and people are going to probably hate me for saying this, but I think some people need to look at their lives and go, should I put that on the controller for a little bit
It's true though.
and figure some stuff out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it can be addictive, and I know people don't want to hear that. You never want to hear that. Gaming can be addictive.
Absolutely. Anything can be addictive though.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything. Everything in
Everything-
moderation.
When it starts distracting you from normal
100%.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't think we talk about it enough.
That's true.
I really don't think we talk about it enough.
That's true.
Like, my kids are great kids, right?
Mhm.
They go to the store. They ain't asking me for toys. They're not throwing crazy temper tantrums. I don't have to put them on a leash. Nothing like that, right? You see people do.
Right.
But man, I'll tell you what, my kid got so into Fortnite, he threw his first temper tantrum, and I was like, never again.
That's gone.
Oh,
That's
And
gone.
Fortnite never came into my house, and that's when I was like, dang, dude, this is messed up.
Right.
Yeah.
Once you see a little inkling of that, it's like, no, this you got to nip it in the bud.
What do
man.
I always mention on the channel every time? I like Smash Bros. Ultimate, right? And we talk about the pros, right? The actual pros that play it. And we talk about the pros who got busted on some grimy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and I'm like, how many hours do you have to dedicate a day to play that one game just to be that level of good? And what are you sacrificing to get on that level of being good? These are people who are in their early 20s who, you know, got busted trying to talk to 14-year-olds. Like that's a problem. You're missing a whole gap of evolving as a person and interacting with human beings outside of the video game world. Like that's
Well said.
Well, that's because it's at the point where it's just them in the game.
Like I like to play and I like to compete, and it's fun. Like I'll play with Turbo. You know, we play on the channel. It's fun.
Right.
I'm not putting 6 hours into Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Listen,
I can't do it.
I agree.
I like women. I love women. I like to interact with them. I like to talk with women. All right. If I put 6 hours a day into this game, I would never see a woman again.
There's like 10.
Yeah, you know
there's
what?
10 female characters in the game at least.
No.
the
That's
world,
how they think.
And that's as close as you'll get to one.
the world, and to agree with you, the world Tetris classic Tetris champion is 15 years old, and you know he.
But they dedicate
And then
their
after
time.
that, you stop
You know
because you're not even doing anything at that age.
You
Like,
know he
just-
sacrificed.
But
like,
they dedicate their
But he ain't
entire
got no
life.
job.
like-
That's a perfect age. He ain't
Yeah,
got no
but-
job. You're just, in the height. But that's when you stop. You're the champion.
I
That's
don't know
it. Now it's time to interact with human beings.
Does he have social skills? I don't know.
Well, he got to develop them now. It's better than being 25 and doing this shit.
No, nowadays it's harder than hell to start.
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
that.
because everything's social media, everything is
Yeah,
this,
man.
and people don't even like to talk in person. But
And now
you
kids
mixing video games into that shit and addiction.
Oh,
That's
kids got
not
TikTok
good.
now too.
Yeah,
That's gonna start a whole nother
Dude,
thing.
I was talking with coworkers the other day. All right, we got on the subject of dating. All right, and this kind of all correlates to the same thing. And I was walking to work, and I saw these two, very attractive women walking to wherever they were going. This girl popped out her phone. She's recording herself walking for like 5 seconds in the street, making faces, turns it off, and then she goes back on her phone. Yeah. I'm like, what is this world?
It's a fake lifestyle.
I've seen people do this at the bar where you're supposed to socialize and talk to people. They will record themselves dancing to whatever the DJ's playing, like, oh my God, we're having so much fun. They turn off the phone and they're not talking no more.
I've seen it on
That shit is fucking crazy to me.
I've seen it on the dance floor.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what we had.
Yeah,
When we were out that one time. Like, that shit was fucking crazy
I'm
to
like,
me.
wait, for 2 seconds, it was like, and then it went back to normal.
And I
like,
was explaining to my coworker, I'm like, the
Wow.
problem with dating or just talking in general, no one has social skills anymore. No one,
Right.
they just go through, if they want to talk to someone they like, they go through their Instagram DMs, they go through their Twitter DMs, and show them a dick pic. That's what it is. That's what socializing with people is. Hey, and not to go off on a tangent, but this one time, this shit was crazy. So I used to, see this girl for a bit, and we went to 7-Eleven, pick up some snacks. I was in one aisle, she was in the other one. Some dude popped around, goes up to her, and just shows her the phone to put her number in. Doesn't say one word to her. That shit was wild to me. That shit was wild to me.
she's looking at it like, yo, you give me a phone? Is this a
She's
free
like,
phone?
what is this?
Free phone.
Put your number in. Who are you? Get out of here. Like,
I
that
saw
is-
you standing here alone.
That is insane to me, but it correlates with the whole, you lock yourself in, you're just playing the game all the fucking time, 6 hours plus, and you don't go outside and you don't talk to people. This is what happens. Odd behavior when you're at a later age. Odd fucking questionable behavior. And it's fucked up.
Right.
For both of them, though.
Yeah.
They're both
And I know-
interacting.
Absolutely.
They're all-
Absolutely.
They're clueless.
Absolutely.
Clueless.
It's crazy.
And you're not going to hear this conversation on other gaming channels
no,
because it's not a very popular topic, but it's just like we have to recognize it too, man, for what it is.
Yeah.
Especially these young bucks that are coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like, man, if I would have had a Elden Ring or a Skyrim growing up,
oh God,
I may never have left the house.
no, that's thank God I didn't grow up.
Well,
with
we
that.
had a Final Fantasy. It's different. It's different, but
Not even
Yeah, but
Final
we had-
Fantasy. Like when I was young, you
Gaming
you had Mario 1, or Contra. You can beat Contra in like 7 minutes, and you only do that so much, and then you go outside and play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's that?
But the frequency of games nowadays is out of control.
There was a
just
thing-
look in the eShop.
There was a thing
And the
called the gaming
prices
drought
and
back
everything.
in the day, man.
But
You
it
know,
was a time
that's-
when parents didn't buy you a game.
Well,
for a couple
also
of
gaming
months.
droughts though was a thing. It was remember the summer. The summer was like a gaming drought.
But there's
they
also
didn't release games
Christmas.
in the summer.
Yeah,
Christmas would be
Yeah.
when you get your game.
Your birthday and Christmas.
Exactly.
All right.
It wasn't like it is
Christmas,
today,
you get two
dude.
games a
Right.
year.
Me and
it.
If
me
you're
and
lucky, if
Turbo,
you're lucky.
me and Turbo 857, we had Metal Gear and Jackal for that whole year,
And
and that
Konami
was
like,
fine. That was
Thank
fine.
you.
Right.
Exactly.
Jackal
Konami
was
thank you
dope.
for that money.
Jackal was dope, and Metal Gear was dope. That was fine.
And what'd you do? You traded games with friends. You would go over your other friends that had the games that you didn't have. They would come over your house.
yeah.
To
Oh,
play
you
for
have
the-
this? That's fucking
and-
crazy.
And that
There was one time
How you
me and
did it.
Turbo had the same game, and I remember it. It was Mega Man 3. We got it the same Christmas day.
fucking incredible.
And we
game.
had a
Oh,
we had
look
a
at that.
speed run to see who beat the game first that day. I forget who won that, but that was a time.
You never beat that game.
But we always borrowed. We just borrowed.
No, you
stuff.
never beat the game though.
Wow.
I never beat the
No, Mega Man 3. Brutal.
I beat Mega Man 3.
Oh,
That's like the running joke. Like, Jay, you didn't beat that game. You didn't beat it.
4, 5, and 6 never played.
I'm not chill
Never
with that.
played.
Chill with that.
I don't
stopped
know
at three.
why I never played it, but
That Snake Man stage though.
No, but Joe, you bring up a good point though, because we're from that generation of know gaming droughts, and you'd have 1 or 2 games for that year. We play that, and we'd go outside. We if we play a sport with our friends or shit like that. But like if we were around nowadays, where there's like thousands of games out a week,
Oh, dude.
just on the eShop alone, like I wouldn't be out.
well, for kids,
Right.
they still only get 1 or 2 games. It's Fortnite
Yeah.
and Minecraft.
Yeah.
That's a whole generation. That's 10 years.
That is, yeah.
And that's all they had.
And that's not including the free-to-play games that they freaking
Other games, yeah. Phone games.
It's too.
Like
it's
I
too
had a-
much.
people
It's
have
too-
iPads at 2 years old.
That's too much.
And
I
they be rocking the games on there at 2 years old.
I remember 2 years ago, I had a female coworker. Old lady. She's had a few years to retire, but she was telling me she was upset. She came into work upset. I'm like, "What's wrong?" And she goes, "It's like, yeah, my son got a hold of my credit card
Oh, jeez, man.
and bought all the." She's like, "I don't even know what it is, what game it was, but," and I'm like, "Was it Fortnite?"
Of course it was.
And
Of
she's like, "Oh,
course.
that's what it was."
He
And
wanted a new dance.
so I was like, "How much was it?" I was like, "Holy crap, this guy went crazy!" Like $1,200.
Chill.
$1,200 on just suits
Nuh-uh.
and
I was
dances.
like, "Oh my god,
What?
$1,200!"
That's horrible.
That's
Yeah.
wild. That's wild. That's
kid
That's normal.
grabbed-
That's why that
got
game
it.
makes so much money.
That's
Kid
insane.
grabbed her, got a
That's
hold of her credit.
food for months.
dude.
Word.
That's insane.
But I think what you guys are doing and what me and Reggie and Kat, I think we're doing it right.
Yeah.
We're playing games with friends. We're playing to have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know I've met Reggie and John in person, and we've hung out and stuff like that. Some of these other relationships that these kids have, they don't know who they're playing with.
Zero.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
no, not at
Right.
all.
Nor are they going to know how to make a friend in real life
it's true.
if they don't get away from those too much gaming. But
You don't know about the metaverse? We're not even there yet.
Yeah.
We're not in Wally yet.
Yeah.
and maybe we're dating ourselves. There's some young kids watching this going, what do they know? You know?
You guys pay for games?
I'd be like, just wait. I'll just tell them, just wait. So
people out there that know, they know.
Harris has
But it is. It's just like, be careful. It can be an addiction.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
all things.
Like anything, man. Just moderation, man.
And-
It's fun to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just know that, like gambling or like anything, man. Just know and know when to walk away.
And
man.
any youngin that's just like, whatever, anything that we're saying, just
Right.
wait till you're like 25, 26-year-old,
Right.
and you in a playground at a high school. Or just waiting in a van and being like, how did I get here? All right.
I was about to ask you how you got there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing, man.
Like, yo,
but
like,
I understand where you're
yeah,
coming
like how did this happen? How did my life end up in this van with no windows in a playground?
But Harris has a controversial opinion.
Oh, what's this?
He said the most healthy way to game is to only play COD or 2K or FIFA and nothing else. Those are the most healthy, productive in real life games.
Wow.
No,
Gamers.
he said those are the most healthy, productive in real life gamers.
Really?
No, you know that's not real, man.
Wholeheartedly disagree.
That's called a troll comment.
Yeah, that is definitely a troll comment.
That's troll comment.
I look at it too like sports, man. Like where I have friends that just sports. They watch sports. They all they do is sports. I'm like,
stats.
You ever thought about going out and playing one?
That's way funner, dude.
I don't play any sports games, but I play basketball.
Word,
I go
hell yeah.
lift.
Right.
You know, like.
But them stats though,
Fuck out of here.
spit them stats out.
Like you can spend 3 hours sitting on the couch watching sports, or you can spend 5 minutes and check out what happened on Sports Center.
Pretty much, yeah.
Very true.
But listen, everyone does something to relax. I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But man, if it's not in moderation, you got to look at your life,
exactly
man. You got to
that.
figure out
'Cause
what you need to do right.
Because they can take those sports and then go into gambling and use those stats for gambling. And they can get to another thing, and then you lose their money regardless.
I'm a firm believer.
That's when it hits that level. There's always a level
Exactly.
that you have to
Everything-
pull back
You
from.
take anything that you're interested in,
Everything in moderation.
and if it consumes your life and that's all you do,
Can't.
that is not good.
It's not fun anymore.
You have to.
Unless
Right.
you're Nintendo and it's
Even-
making money.
this might be even controversial, but even religion can be, if overdone, can be consume your life, man.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, especially
anything.
when you start taking it to a level where you're judging people.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you are like all high and mighty,
Yeah, no.
you know, you've taken it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
That's not even your job.
That's not cool.
That's why I always tell people I hate religion. And they're like, but you're a pastor. I'm like, it's not about religion, it's about relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right.
And just talking with God. That's it. Yeah. That's how it's always been with me.
Yeah.
You spell
And,
religion wrong. Relation. Boom. That's what it's about.
Wow.
You came up with that on the
Wow,
spot.
that was in your head. All right. That was in your head. All right. That's
No, but it really though. It really goes. It can be applied to anything, man. Everything in moderation. That's it. That's the key, right there.
100%. That being said, I might have to dip out here.
Okay.
My wife's
fine time
coming
too.
like 5 times. Like when am I gonna go eat supper?
Joe, I have a quick question before you leave.
Yes.
All right. So I always want to know this because I thought I was the only one, but I want to know if you did this also when you played Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise. Were you addicted to the nightclub? Because I was.
No. I was not addicted to the nightclub.
Well, he's got 4 kids, man.
I actually had more fun in the nursing station. You know what I'm talking about?
So that says a lot about everybody.
It says,
Who plays
the game. It says a lot about who he is. And it says a lot about who I am.
Right there.
So you're like a nurturer. You like to help people.
Because Joe's a good guy.
Yeah, you're a good person.
I'm just a grimy person.
This guy
apparently.
here, he doesn't. He's just like,
Dude,
nah.
I did
go
all
back.
30 missions of that shit. I had one more mission to beat the game, and I'm like, Turbo keeps telling me about the nightclub. Let me rock with the nightclub. Oh, this is fun as hell, man. This is crazy.
So that was a which shoulder question. It was like angel
I
shoulder,
did like the
devil
bar
shoulder.
though.
He
I
said
like
nursing.
stirring drinks.
What's that?
I did the bar. I like the bar too, like stirring drinks though.
You would think I would do that. I didn't even, because I bartend. I didn't even do one mission.
Oh my god.
Because that's a job for you.
I already do it. So
Oh,
I'm like,
do
yeah.
that in the game.
You do it for a living.
But
so
run
it's
a
like,
nightclub though, that was something special. I like that. It was a lot of fun.
Dude,
So
that's
Joel,
awesome, man.
anybody new who watches this video, let them know where to find you and to see your
Yes.
channel.
You can find me on Twitter, Media Glitch Show, or Joel Vallie. That's more film stuff. When I'm doing that, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on our TikTok is more popular than our YouTube now.
Whoa. Oh, there you go. Look at that.
So we're past 14K in TikTok.
Nice.
I did in less than 1 year on TikTok what took me 9 or 10 years to do on YouTube.
We gotta start
Silly.
pushing some TikTok.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're almost at 80.
So you can find us on TikTok, find us on Instagram, find us on. I'm coming, baby. She came up again.
Uh-oh.
You can find us everywhere, but Media Glitch on YouTube, Media Glitch streams on YouTube, on Twitch, Media Glitch Show. Everywhere, just Media Glitch.
All right, cool.
And you'll find us there.
All
Thanks
right,
for having me on, guys.
Dude,
Yo,
you're
Joel,
the
thanks
best.
for coming through.
Yeah, man, take it easy.
Good to see you nice and healthy, man.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yes.
It feels good to be back.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man.
All right. Take it easy, man.
Thank you so
And,
much.
Congrats
yes.
to the show too, man.
We'll see you guys.
Oh.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
that's
Got it,
media glitch.
Oh, there goes a media glitch.
Yeah.
You heard it, you heard it breaking out. That was a media glitch. That's a perfect end right there. This shit was cutting out at the same time. Oh, man. Oh, no. Did you freeze?
Yeah, glitch. Now we're good.
Yeah, my computer glitched now too.
Can switch it back.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? You still hear us? Or are we still good? Are we still lovely? Or do we sound sexy?
I don't know about all that, but we back.
No, do we? No. Do we sound sexy?
No, we ain't doing no MSA, MLR.
Were you just like saying letters?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Wow.
Say that one
You
more
just
time.
started saying letters. He said A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Y'all into the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, what?
ASMR.
Yo, that was amazing.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Just a bunch of
Yo,
letters.
I like
bro.
when he just realized that it was just like a botch. He's like, oh, I got to ban
ASM,
this.
We're not doing
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. You're a particular one.
Excuse me, sir.
That was
Yo,
great.
this is funny.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Joe from Media Glitch.
Yo,
man.
that's
Yeah,
my guy,
man.
man.
awesome. He glitched out the show.
He glitched out the show. He glitched out the outro. He glitched everything. God damn it. But
And
I guess
all through that, he's an awesome guest.
yeah, man.
Definitely, man. I'm glad to hear that he's well
now.
and
And
all
better.
good, man.
Building that strength up.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Everybody out there, definitely give him a follow, subscribe to the Media Glitch, man.
And definitely check that show out when it pops up.
Yo,
Hell
and I
yeah,
didn't see
man.
that fucking comment he left still, man.
That's okay.
Did you see it? Because we were supposed to read it on the damn thing, and
Well,
we
it-
forgot.
I think it was on the PC. I think so, but we'll check that out.
It was something about God of War.
Oh,
Whatever.
really? Oh, okay.
He probably said it was trash.
I like skimmed it real quick when you had it up, but whatever, man.
It was definitely that take.
But guys, as always, everybody in the chat, you guys are awesome, and you know about our streaming schedule. If you don't, here it is.
You have a streaming schedule?
Here it is.
It's right there.
For everybody listening to the podcast and isn't familiar, we start off our schedule with the first Monday of every single month.
Yep.
And that is the Indie eShop Recap. That's right. Live indie trailer reactions on the first Monday of every month with us at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So tune in for that because it's always interesting. And right now it's getting really good. It's getting real good. We have some like slow months. But towards the summer, like
Yeah,
the next couple of months, it's dope.
the eShop
It's always
wants
dope.
our money.
Hell yeah, man. They make a lot. They put out some good stuff.
I caved in today.
See, you're only gonna get that if you watch it. But we also have Tactical Tuesday with me, Algae857, and I'm gonna be playing, pretty much any game that makes you think. Anything from a puzzle game, strategy game, RPG, all that good stuff. Tune in to find out what I'll be playing. And you're watching it or listening to it right now, which is the Video Game Podcast.
Yeah. And
Tune
also,
in.
this month, the entire month, we're glitched out. We got the Media Glitch Squad every week.
Hell yeah, man.
All right?
Hell yeah.
So this week was Joel, and next week might be John. I forget. It's John or
No,
Cag?
it is. No, it's John.
It's John?
Think
It's
John's
John
on
from Intrigue Gaming will be here next week.
That's
John
right.
from Intrigue Gaming.
Which is awesome, man.
That's my man right
There's
there.
another dude that's
Yep.
like I can't wait to have back on the show.
Hell yeah.
Y'all gotta be here for that, y'all.
And also, another reason why we're going over these streaming schedules is because Media Glitch will be collaborating with us on
word.
our streams. And if you're not subscribed, you're not going to know which one they're going to appear on.
Facts.
All right? So make
Speaking
sure you
that
do
gospel right
You
Make
just
sure
have
you
to watch
do that.
all of them. You have to watch all of them, even if you don't check anything.
Nah,
just watch
tune
them
in.
all.
Just
you
tune
know?
in. Just tune in to find out, man. Tune in. Or subscribe to the channel so you're updated and you know what's going on.
Watch them all.
All right?
Then we got
Then, of course, we got Thursday Thrills with Stikz. With me. Who's going to play something new, old, or indie. Tune in to find out.
it. Could be an old indie also.
Oh, it could be an old indie.
It could be a homebrew.
It could
You
be
never
new.
know.
It could be homebrew. It could be anything.
You know.
Brew.
Sky's the limit. But it's always thrilling, so tune in.
That's right.
And then Fighter Fridays with Big Choco, who's going to play God of War 3.
It's
I'm
your
sorry.
favorite day of the week
God of War 3.
Fridays. I only play Dragon Ball Fighters, guys.
God of War 3.
I need a favor from the chat right now. I have a vote. I have a poll trying to decide what I'm going to play this Friday. There's a shut the fuck
He said,
up.
yes. I like that. That was good. I like that. He said, I got a poll. What you gonna be
Yeah, y'all
flashing?
done?
You gonna be
All right.
flashing?
Are you
them?
done?
All right, my
Are you
bad.
So
done?
you put up a YouTube post.
My bad.
No. Here we go. I put up a YouTube poll for y'all to vote on what game I'm gonna play for this Friday, and it's a 3-way tie between Injustice 2, Mortal Kombat 11, and Dragon Ball Fighters. So I need someone to break the tie.
Pole dance on.
Word.
I said to vote on.
Word.
I said to vote on.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
do that vote, y'all.
Only
So
fans.
yeah.
I don't know what you wanna
Also,
play.
for everybody out there who
Horror
isn't, what's that?
Put a horror game.
Oh yeah,
game in there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not in
yeah.
there.
There you
It's
go.
not in there.
There you go.
I'm not playing it.
For anybody out there who's not familiar, also, we have 2 randomly streaming shows that we do whenever we have free time, which is not very often. But we have the backlog break where we try to scratch the surface of our backlog, again, whenever we have free time. And Smash-O-Matics with Turbo 857 and the 23rd Stallion.
Returning soon.
Yes! Returning soon.
To fuck y'all up.
Hell yeah.
Return that game.
Return
Make
Turbo.
you hate us.
Return Turbo.
I'm tired of this shit.
Where'd he
No,
go? Where'd he go?
Wow.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, so tune in for that.
It's Ultimate GameStop.
Subscribe so you don't miss out. You know, if you're listening to this on iTunes, of course, give us the highest ratings, man.
On any of those,
does
give,
help
give
us
a
out.
rating.
Yeah, man.
Give a good
Wherever
rating.
you're listening to us,
Give a
on,
good
actually.
rating, y'all. Come on.
Yeah,
Help us
help
out.
that out.
Give
help
us
us
a
out.
good one. Yeah.
We beg you.
No.
No, we kindly ask.
Oh,
That's
man.
all. That's
yeah,
all.
man. Just show your support, man. If you like our content,
free.
man, and you want to see more of it, you don't want to miss out. Definitely, all you gotta do is take 2 seconds out, hit the button, subscribe.
Don't you like us?
That's right. But I hate goodbyes.
Bye.
But I'm gonna say it anyway. But this is more of a no.
See you later.
No, we'll see you later.
Hey, we'll see you later.
We're gonna see you next week, guys.